My stepdaughter, she just become inconsolable and was slamming doors and running around and telling her mum to get lost and generally having a big strop. I spent a few years in the TA in the army, and you learn parade ground and how to slip into the role of gripping people and authoritarian ways to behave. I shouted at her so loudly they must have heard it at the bottom of the close. It was seismic readings. I do remember from that instant, the look of shock on her face, and I didn't really catch the reason why. In the home environment, she's only really known, females around, and with the exception of her older brother. And there was a real look of a sense of real shock. She really was upset. Anyway, time passes, but the next time that I think the boy was playing around, I shouted at him, and it had made such an impact with her that she went all reserved and started crying, and she was more upset than he was, even though I wasn't shouting at her. How your parents and how your father behave with you imposes a stamp on you, and you think, well, that's the way to behave. And what I've found since being a stepfather is that actually there are different ways to do this. I don't want a child that is living in fear in their own home. I don't want to feel responsible for that. So ever since, I've behaved in a very different way with them, but particularly with her. It's changed my outlook, and it's certainly changed the way I act with them. I have to restore a little law and order to the place occasionally, but it really made a mark on her. And I think she treated me and she behaved with me differently for some time afterwards.